The photo shoot felt like every other family obligation. Too bright. Too coordinated. Too carefully arranged. My mother had spent weeks planning it, obsessing over outfits and color palettes, like harmony could be manufactured through matching sweaters. The studio smelled faintly of artificial pine and hot lighting equipment. Smile. The photographer repeated gently. My daughter didn't need the reminder. She sat in the front row, legs tucked neatly together, grinning with the kind of effortless joy adults spend fortunes trying to recreate. 6 years old, completely unaware of invisible family currents. I remember watching her more than anything else. That uncomplicated happiness. That trust. The shoot itself passed without incident, or at least nothing obvious enough to name. Small positional adjustments. Minor comments disguised as logistics. Maybe move her slightly to the side. She's blocking the symmetry. Subtle, reasonable, easy to ignore. Families specialize in plausible explanations. Weeks later, the cards arrive, a thick stack of glossy envelopes my mother distributed with ceremonial pride. I didn't even look closely at first. Just the usual ritual, polite admiration, casual flipping through variations of the same image. Then my daughter went quiet. A silence so abrupt it cut through the room. "Mum." Her voice was small in that fragile way children's voices become when something doesn't make sense. I turned. She was staring at the card, her smile already collapsing. My brain took a second longer. Then I saw it. Or rather, I didn't. She was gone. Not minimized, not obscured, removed. Every single card displayed the same impossible reality, a perfectly arranged family portrait in which my daughter simply did not exist. For a few seconds, the world narrowed into something strangely distant. My eyes scanned instinctively, like maybe I'd missed something obvious, but absence has a clarity presence, doesn't? Why am I not there? The question landed softly. No accusation. Just confusion. My mother shifted slightly in her chair. "Oh, sweetheart." My daughter's face crumpled. Not dramatic tears. That slower, more devastating unraveling. What did I do wrong? There are moments when anger arrives fully formed, hot and explosive. This wasn't one of them. This was colder. Heavier. I watched my child trying to understand her own erasure, trying to locate fault inside herself. "No, baby," I said quietly, kneeling beside her. "You didn't do anything wrong." "But I'm not there." Her fingers traced the empty space on the card. Like touching it might restore logic. The room had gone unnaturally still. No one rushed to explain. Which, in its own way, explained everything. I stood slowly, years of accumulated understanding clicking into place with uncomfortable precision. The small exclusions. The subtle comparisons. The careful positioning of who belonged more. I looked at my mother. "You did this." She exhaled sharply. "It was just for balance." Balance. The word landed with almost surreal absurdity. She was distracting from the composition. Distracting. My daughter sobbed softly behind me. My sister avoided eye contact. My father stared at the floor. No one looked surprised, only inconvenienced. I waited for the impulse to erupt, to yell, to fracture the room with volume. Instead, something steadier took over. A different kind of clarity. "Okay," I said. The calmness unsettled them more than anger would have. Christmas morning arrived with its usual theater. Wrapping paper. Forced cheer, the ritual exchange of objects meant to symbolize connection. I handed my mother her gift last. Nothing elaborate. Nothing aggressive. Just deliberate. She smiled automatically, already halfway through polite gratitude. Then she opened it, and went pale. Inside the box sat a framed photograph, the original image. Unedited, my daughter, front row, radiant, undeniable. No one spoke. The silence stretched with unmistakable weight. My mother stared at the picture like it was something unstable. Something dangerous. I thought. I said quietly, "You might prefer the balanced version." No accusation. No raised voice. Just reflection. My sister shifted uncomfortably. My father rubbed his temple. Across the room, my daughter sat watching, not fully understanding the mechanics, but sensing the shift in emotional gravity, because sometimes confrontation isn't loud. Sometimes it's simply refusing to participate in someone else's version of reality. My mother swallowed hard. It wasn't meant to be cruel. I know. That part was true. Cruelty in families rarely feels cruel to the people committing it. That's what makes it so persistent. The mourning continued. But something fundamental had shifted. Not repaired. Not resolved. Just exposed. And once something becomes visible, it never fully returns to invisibility again.